Less than 2 weeks away from Eagles training camp, and we've got more offseason workout footage of Nolan Smith, plus Jalen Carter appears to be in really good shape, while Deebo Samuel continues to make a mockery of himself. And which undrafted free agent should we keep an eye on to make the roster? But first, let's run it. Hey guys, I'm Josh and I cover the Birds. So Eagles cornerback James Bradberry has gotten a running start to training camp after visiting the Simpson House Senior Care Facility in West Philadelphia, where he donated hundreds of pairs of Hoka shoes to residents while also spending time interacting and playing games with his 3-year-old daughter. That's super cool, and you can see the impact the All-Pro had on so many people while giving back. Bradberry also said he's teamed up with Hoka because he loves running, which apparently he's done a lot this offseason, saying, "My offseason training has been fun and I tried to keep the same training regimen I've had throughout my career. But recently I focused more on a whole lot more recovery stuff because that's the name of the game. We had a long season last year and I expected to have a long season again this year. So recovery is going to be important for me now and during the season." Yeah, probably a good call because don't we all expect a long season? I mean, basically Super Bowl or bust with a squad like this. Can we just get to camp already? I'm ready for it, you're ready for it, and so is the 29-year-old saying, "I'm ready to get on the field, be around the rookies and the new free agents we have coming in because it's almost go time. At this point, it's about to be all business and we need to get better." I love that attitude, and it's the same mindset that my favorite rook Nolan Smith continues to attack the offseason with. After Pinnacle Performance shared another hype video of the Happy Juice Energy guy, who obviously gathered up several other dogs for some offseason work, with guys like last year's #1 overall pick Trayvon Walker, another former Georgia player, Packers linebacker Quay Walker, Chargers O-lineman Jamari Salyer, as well as the Ojulari brothers since they're from Marietta, Georgia. Oh yeah, and Nolan has also been working out with Bengals rookie defensive end out of Clemson, Miles Murphy, on more than one occasion, which I guess shouldn't surprise us at this point because the Eagles first rounder did have the legend Von Miller himself tell Nolan it's his time. And remember, this is the dude who's been saying since the combine that he has to go in there and prove himself, with him saying, "I can't be a leader right out of the gate. You have to prove yourself to players and then the coaches. Hopefully I can be that leader one day in the program, and just know I'm player-led, I'm self-driven. You're not going to have to tell me to go, I promise. I'm just going to go naturally on my own. I wake up out of bed juiced up because I'm just ready and excited. Best game in the world." I always tell people, don't get down on yourself because this is the best game in the world. In fact, Nolan loves the game so much that he's holding a free football camp at Floyd E. Morris Field in Savannah on July 14th and 15th. I know I've had quite a few Georgia fans reach out, so I'll post a link in the description for more details on how to sign up and the timing for those camps in case anyone's interested. Obviously, I'm a huge Nolan fan, but I've also had several comments asking about Jalen Carter during this lull period. And while I couldn't find many videos, I did catch a glimpse of a story the Breadman shared on Instagram. I know it's just a 3-second clip, but I think he looks fit and in a lot better football shape now compared to what he looked like at his pro day. But I'll say it again, I'm not crazy enough to freak out about a tiny little clip someone posted on their Instagram story. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Doesn't it look like he's in better shape? I can't wait for him to prove all the haters wrong. You know, the ones like the anonymous NFL scout who said Georgia put him on the treadmill nearly every day. Jalen doesn't love football, doesn't love the weight room, has a horrible family background, and isn't a leader. He's the epitome of star or bust.
That's bullcrap. That is bullcrap.
Sure, JC didn't do himself any favors on his pro day, but I think we all know there wasn't a better organization for him to fall to than Philly. Being surrounded by vets like BG, Fletch, Reddick, and Sweaty J, as well as his former Dawgs, is all too perfect, and no doubt he's going to sell a lot of jerseys. Speaking of the jerseys, still no shipment for those who won the jersey giveaway, and no word on the Kelly Greens being released. While we're on that topic though, it was announced that Jalen Hurts was the top-selling NFL jersey in June, beating out Aaron Rodgers, Micah Parsons, and even Patrick Mahomes. Notice Dak Prescott isn't even in the top 10. He didn't make another list either. In case you missed it, Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson shared his top 5 QBs in the league.
Number 1, be Patrick Mahomes. Got to give it to him, the MVP. Number 2, I have to say Aaron Rodgers. Got to give it to him. Number 3, my guy Joey B. His only respect. Number 4, I have to pick Jalen Hurts. Got to respect his game and bringing Philly to the championship. And then number 5, I have to say Josh Allen,
Okay.
Kurt Cobain. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 5.
That's pretty respectable and now makes 2 upper echelon receivers in the game who would much rather play with Jalen than they would Dak. It's kind of funny Jefferson wouldn't list his quarterback in Kirk Cousins, but it does add some credibility to the list by not playing favorites. But what do you think about his list? Of course, some people were crying about it on Twitter, although it wasn't as bad as Deebo Samuel, who went on an interview with CBS Radio and kept up that big loser energy.
Deebo Samuel here with us. Well, something that is your call. I saw what you said about the Eagles back at the Super Bowl at Sirius, where if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, you guys would have won that game by double digits. Why would that have been the case?
I don't know that's old.
So do you not still believe that?
I mean, I do, but I mean, we not, that shit is like, we're not going to keep talking about it. I mean, I said what I said.
Gotcha. So then what happens this year when you play Philly on December 3rd?
I don't know, just wait till, week 13, 12, whatever we get in, we'll show you.
Well, then you know how that's going to go down. You're going into Philadelphia. Those fans are going to be booing you loud. You have a message for Eagles fans?
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
All right, we're good to go.
What do you mean? We have Deebo on right now.
Yeah, I know, but we're going to head into camp right now.
Are you serious? Okay. Thank you. There you
Thanks,
go.
bye.
Deebo Samuel right there. Doesn't want to answer a few questions. Are you serious? We got hung up on because all we did was ask him about the quarterback situation and then Philadelphia, and we get hung up on by Deebo Samuel? That's a joke.
What a child.
Ron, are you okay? Ron.
Or maybe you agree with Torrey Smith, who said just ask better questions if you want a better interview. Personally, I'm with Derek Gunn, who said if you're going to be man enough to open your mouth and say something like that, then be man enough to stand up and face the noise. In case you're having trouble recalling what Deebo said, so a couple months ago, Niners receiver Brandon Ayuk said they were the best team despite losing to Philly, to which Deebo agreed, saying, "We only lost because we played with 10 people," and also went on to say the Birds were his most hated team. It's hilarious to me that we were nearly half a year from the NFC title game and we're still talking about it. But like E-Rock said, the 49ers would have been a footnote in the story of the 2022 Eagles Super Bowl run. We would have remembered it as a matchup that never lived up to the hype because unfortunately the quarterback got hurt or whatever. But that's if the 49ers fans, players, media would just stop effing crying about it.
There's no crying in baseball.
Unfortunately, I don't think they could let it go, and so Philly continues to live rent-free in the 49ers' heads. Now I really can't wait for the rematch, but let's see if they feel the same way after the game in December. Alright, let's move on. I had a request to talk about Eagles undrafted rookie linebacker Ben Van Sumeren, so wanted to touch on that as we get close to camp, because I don't think it's impossible for him to earn a roster spot.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, I am. And so is NBC's Reuben Frank, who reminded that the Eagles gave Van Sumeren a decent $130,000 guarantee, so you know they like him. At worst, you keep him around on the practice squad and let him learn how to play NFL linebacker. At best, maybe he can help out on special teams this year if he has a great camp. Yet Rube admits he's clearly a long-term project, but with his athleticism and off-the-charts traits and the Eagles' lack of young linebacker prospects, he's certainly worth keeping an eye on. I agree with Rube. I think we all know you can't coach athleticism. You either have it or you don't, and this guy has it. Although Van Sumeren wasn't invited to the combine, he tested off the charts during his pro day, running a 4.4 at 6'1", 237 pounds, and repping out 29 presses while measuring a 131-inch broad jump and 42.5 vertical jump. The guy's an insane athlete, but for context on how that measures up, only one linebacker at this year's combine ran a 4.4. Exactly 0 linebackers jumped 131 inches, and no linebackers in this class, or ever for that matter, had a 42.5-inch vertical. So you may be asking, why wasn't Van Sumeren drafted?
What is wrong with you?
I did a video on him earlier, but it's really just that the 23-year-old hasn't played much linebacker since he started off his career at Michigan as a running back and then eventually transferred to Michigan State, where he finally put up noteworthy stats his senior season with 81 tackles and 2 sacks in 11 games. And that type of potential is what had NFL draft analyst Tony Pauline saying Van Sumeren was a solid linebacker at Michigan State who really didn't jump onto the scouting radar until late in the year. He knocked it out of the park on pro day, so athleticism alone will be worth signing him after the draft. Van Sumeren comes with a large upside. I could see Van Sumeren making the rosters as a special teamer if he shines or makes some great plays, or like Pauline and Rube alluded to, at the very least, Van Sumeren could be a great developmental project. What do you guys think about the athletic freak? He's definitely someone to keep an eye on, and so is the Netflix documentary Quarterback since it was released today. I probably won't get a chance to see it until the weekend, but I can't wait to see the behind-the-scenes look of Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and our QB2, Marcus Mariota. There's also a few clips of Jalen Hurts in there as well, so I think it's definitely worth checking out. I love getting a behind-the-scenes look at stuff like this, but how about you guys? Do you plan on watching it? Not gonna lie, it'll be hard to see scenes of the Super Bowl, which I'm assuming is covered in the doc. Live show tonight, so hope to see you there. This has been the Philly Special.